Hey guys, it's Di from BeingMommywithStyle, and I thought I would do a quick kitchen tour for our new house after we've gotten moved and settled in. So this is looking at our kitchen from the dining room, and I don't think linger on the kitchen very much. I usually pan through. I mean, we do a lot of things in here, like when we're eating and things like that, but I don't really think that I ever like stay on one spot like I am right now. So typically the area that you see is over here where the refrigerator is, and I stand here and film because there's a nice large window. But I'm just going to take you on a quick tour through the kitchen, kind of show you where I have everything laid out, and I do have dinner cooking there on the crock pot. So we'll just go ahead and start over here. So the crock pot normally does not stay on the counter. I have an area down here where this big hole is where the big crock pot goes, and then I have all my mixing bowls here, and then a mini crock pot and different appliances back there. So I do like these cabinets. We're gonna have to wait and see. If you've been with my channel for a while, you know we kind of have like a curse on us. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but anytime we buy a house, we end up getting transferred like a year later. So we've been here for about 6 months, and before we do any improvements, we're gonna make sure we're gonna be here for a while. But the cabinets on the bright side are newer. So they've got all these really great organization things already built in, which I love. So like my pan things, they slide out, which I really, really like, and they're easy to access. So I do like that. And so the cabinets, even if we do some things to the kitchen, the cabinets will more than likely stay, because this is the type of cabinet that I would choose. I'm gonna do a totally separate video on the pantry because this is an area that lacks a lot of organization. I'll just give you a quick sneak peek. This is the before. It's very scary. So this is one of those areas that, especially after the holidays, when we had people visiting, stuff just kept getting thrown and thrown and thrown. So this is definitely going to be a video upcoming. We typically keep like all the cereals and things there, dry goods right here, all the canned stuff is supposed to be right here, and like bagged things are supposed to be on that level, and then back stock of like drinks that we get at Costco and things like that are on the bottom. Obviously, it's gotten a bit mixed in, and I need to really go through and get all the expired stuff out and get everything back sorted out. So this will be a video upcoming, so I'm not going to linger there because it's a mess. And we got this style refrigerator when we moved in. We really like the French door style, and absolutely no regrets there because we really, really like that. And I love having the freezer on the bottom. It just seems to work out better. So moving on into the kitchen, my lunch station organization is right here next to the fridge. Bella is at school right now, so her lunchbox normally goes right here. And then I have all the extra things, like all the extra plastic bins, extra drink things. I use these little cupcake things inside of the plastic bins to separate things out. And then these are the bins that I use for my husband's lunch items and that sort of thing. If I want some quick grab and go lunch items, I'll fill things from the Costco closet, which is down in a different area of the house. I will fill these up with items from Costco and maybe sometimes put them on top of the plastic bins if I know what I'm going to need for lunch. And I'll show the Costco in a different video. I'll show that closet in a different video because I have a feeling this is already going to be really long. So these are all my lunch supplies in the drawer. I keep all of my freezer bags are the ones I use the most because both girls need those for snack. I have to write their name on snack as per school instructions. It's a community-wide thing. So I have sandwich bags in case I need that size, and also a gallon zipper. We use that a lot for school and crafts and things like that. I have little lunch notes over here, things that I can do cutting with, some different hand wipes I stick down inside their bags sometimes, and Sharpies. And then also labels that have their names already pre-printed on them. So this is my most used like lunch item things, and the napkins I stick in their bags. So then in these drawers, they're not very exciting. These are just my kitchen utensil drawers, and I just have them organized by kind of what I use. Like a lot of the spatulas that I use like all the time are here. My least used items are over here. I have measuring cups in the front and that sort of thing. I'm probably going to go through and try to weed some of that out. Probably going to need to KonMari my kitchen. Then I have my tea maker over here. I opted for a tea maker instead of some sort of like coffee setup because I drink tea a lot more. This has worked out great. It's the Breville Tea Maker. I'll have to look and see if I did a review on it. I can't remember whether I did or not, but definitely great. And then I have different drink stuff, some Teavana drinks back there, some Swiss Miss mix right there to make for the girls. All of my coffee is back over here. I'm the only one that drinks coffee and uses Coffee Mate. And that I am really particular about my coffee. I just have my coffee maker here, and then a toaster here. So I like this appliance garage because it keeps everything hidden and back in there. The cabinet directly above that is my tea cabinet, and I keep some of my favorite tea mugs and favorite teas just right here, my sweeteners in this tin, and I can show all this in a different video because I have a feeling I should be doing some spring organization at some point. So here is my spice cabinet. I have like a round rack here, and then I have like my most used things here in the front. I've got my least used things here and a thing in the back. That seems to work okay. And then up here, I'm short, so it's hard for me to reach things. I put like least used things, but I use this olive oil and this canola oil spray a lot for cooking, so I keep those directly over the stove top. So that's why those are over there. And we do have just a stove top. If you guys were wondering, the double ovens are over there. So if I need to do anything, the double oven is over there, and all we keep above that is manuals. So down here in the island, I keep like all my cooking sheets and flat things, the warmers in there. And then that's double-sided. I have access from either side. And then this is just a faux drawer. And then in this one, I keep kind of like all my glass dishes, extra cups, simply because that was the only place they would fit that was tall enough. A cupcake thing, and then different serving trays and serving bowls. And coming over here on this side, I don't think I showed what was in this cabinet. This is like plasticware, so this is all the plastic glasses. Mugs are at the top since coffee and everything. This is like overflow mugs. And then plastic bowls are right over here. In this drawer, I have some easy grab and go like paw holders. Since it's right here to the left of the stove, I just like grab them out, and you know, I can just use these as I cook. And then I also keep extra tea towels up here and extra spoon things. You would not believe how handy this is. I love these spoon things. I have them everywhere, but I keep extra ones in the drawer. So like say I'm checking on this and I've used one and it's messed up, I'm using a different spoon, I just grab this out, plop it on the counter, and go. And that seems to work out really well to have some extra spoon things. Down here I have all of my Scentsy warmers and extra Scentsy scents over here. All the warmers, extra bulbs, and all that over there. And then I just keep extra like big bottles. I keep like all my water bottles for the gym here. If there's a hole, that usually means that something's in the dishwasher, so like my other ones in there in the dishwasher. And then pitchers and things like that that aren't in use. We do have a Lazy Susan, and I use this for like all my baking goods that are not in use. So oils and flour and sugar and big salad bowls that quite frankly don't fit anywhere else. So all those kinds of occasional use things are down there in the Lazy Susan. All of this is cleaning supplies down here. We do live in Michigan. This was already built in when we moved in, but we found it worked out great for cans, as we have to return our cans in this state. So I use the slide out one underneath the sink for cans, and then this is just regular trash over here at the end of the island. Cleaning supplies over there on that side. I'll touch on all that in a different video because this is getting really long. Dishwasher, and then our main dishes are here in this cabinet. So in this cabinet I have these blue dishes, which are our daily dishes from Target. They're just the Threshold brand. I just really like this pattern. Some bowls that match from Crate and Barrel, which are pretty much the same color, you can tell. Some Threshold bowls, which I really like the print on these, that are about the same color. Little appetizer plates that I found at Home Goods that are by 222 fifth, and these are interchangeable. Some of them have peacocks on them. They're just all mixed in. The bowls that match from that set, and the smaller plates. And then up here I have my old plates, which are just like extra if we have extra guests and things like that. These are Mickey plates that used to be used at Animal Kingdom, fun fact. And I have a set of, I believe, 10 or 11 of them. Some of them have gotten broke over the years. So whatever I have left. A couple of them have broke during the moves. And a couple of these bowls have broke during the moves too, but these are the bowls we originally got when we first got married. Then sitting here on the counter, I have my princess mugs displayed on my mug rack from Amazon. I like having my mugs, just some of my favorite mugs displayed. Obviously I can't have them all out because there's a lot of them. Then here is the silverware drawer. I keep all of the kids' silverware separate over here, straws and clips and things like that over there, and then all of our silverware here to the side, serving spoons, big spoons, little spoons, big forks, little forks, and then knives and butter knives. And then some of these drawers start to get spare. This is kind of like stuff left over from my junk drawer, but I know it's a lot of business cards and like extra tools. We have toolboxes in other places, but this is just if I need to grab those. This is command hooks and keep those handy. Wipes in case Natalie needs to have her face wiped. Reynolds wrap, cling wrap, and parchment. The next drawer down I have, this was just honestly almost empty when we first moved in and got all of her stuff in. I just bought an extra thing of cling wrap because that one's getting ready to run out, so I just stuck it in that drawer. I have an extra spoon thing. Like I said, I like those. And then we have our battery station, and I have some essential oils here as well. Then in the very bottom drawer, it's a little bit deeper. So down here, I keep my extra tea towels. And I've tried to kind of KonMari fold these. I just pulled out all of the Christmas ones, so that's why they're kind of like not very full. But that's just extra tea towels that I can grab out when I'm doing dishes right here next to the sink and things like that. Then to the side, I have my kitchen desk area, and this is like my functional desk area. I did a whole separate video on this, so I won't linger on it too much, but I just got this washi organization that I love. And someone did ask, what are you using that this for? This kind of, it's a votive holder actually, but I'm using it for pens. And I don't know that I had them in on that video. But this is where I do all my planning and where I make my list, and it's kind of like my command station for the house. So even though we have another office area, this is the desk that actually gets used. And I usually, like, I have my handbag sitting here. That's where it would usually be sitting if I'm just like running in and out during the day. I've got my planners here. I have in this basket that I got from Globin, I keep all of my extra cords in this, and I have the lid underneath if I wanted, if we had people coming over, I could put the lid on it. But I keep all of my extra charging cords in that. And then in the drawers, I just have different planner stuff. I don't really want to open it because I'm not sure if there's anything that has her address on it. But I just have different planner things, some extra notepads, pens, and extra things like that. And over here I have extra, all of my sticky notes and tape and things like that down there. And this is a file cabinet actually where I keep files and extra checkbooks and things like that. So this cabinet is all of the girls' stuff. We keep medicine up there at the top, and then plates here in the center, and then all of their, you know, special cups and everything here on this level. And then I keep all of their art supplies up here. Keep all their markers and paints, things like that there. And then over here I have more paperwork and things like that. And then if you turn just to the left of the desk, there is our eating area in the kitchen, and this is just to the side of the dining room. The dining room is over there. Over here in the corner, I have two folders for their schoolwork things, and down here is the same cabinet I've had in my kitchen previously that I've shown. It has all of our learning books in there, all of the workbooks and color books down there. There's stickers organized by seasonal, and then there's general stickers in that one. And then all over there, colored pencils, crayons, and things that I leave down over here. Then if you go over here to this side, I have this bench, which I previously had like in our family room, but it's actually here in our dining room. It's got this picture over it now. And I actually keep my extra tablecloths down inside here and extra placemats over here. So it's a handy spot if you have extra people here just to sit and chat while you're in the kitchen, or it's just great storage because I can just grab a new placemat out of there and we're good to go. So that is the kitchen in a nutshell. Sorry if that was extremely long. Oh, I forgot an important piece of the kitchen. I can't forget this. Our meal planning board. So this is where it's ended up at this house. I'd say that this is a really integral part of like knowing what I have for dinner and just kind of keeping me on track. This is really, really useful. So if you don't have one of these meal planning boards, I highly, highly recommend it. We've been using this for a couple years and we really like it. So those work out great. So that is our kitchen in a nutshell. And hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a peek around our kitchen. Thanks so much for watching today and have a great day.